does it.
I sure so, man. I'm the
Does
guest
it,
on your show.
As you said, it says shows you're live for 11 seconds.
Oh, it's so good to be doing this with you again, TJ.
Yeah, yeah.
We're live on Sofa City Sounds and the Boneyard tonight, and we have a very special guest with us tonight. Is a very bittersweet show. It's mine and TJ's 3-year anniversary of working together and podcasting in general for both of us. So, TJ, cheers to you.
Cheers.
Hey, it's been one hell of a road the two of us have been on, which has been amazing.
Yeah, it's been pretty wild, man. And then the come kind of full circle after 3 years, and kind of run back into each other and find out we're still doing the same shit. You know, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and now we're maybe talking about doing some things together again, which is great. I'm excited. So, yeah. So, and then on the flip side of that, which we will talk about that. But on the flip side of that, we I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get this out properly. We lost a legend Friday. Oh my God, we lost a legend on Friday night. Walter Frobich passed away, and he was. I just want to say so many things at once. He was a staple in the metal community. He was a staple in Toronto, in the Toronto community. He was one of my best friends. And Chris, our guest, she also was a very close friend of Walter's. And that's why she's here, so that we can talk about him and, you know, celebrate the things that he was about and tell some stories about hanging out with him and some things we've done and said. And, you know, I can't promise that I'm not going to cry, but I'm going to try to tell some good stories with some smiles.
I don't know him on the level you guys knew him. I just knew him from the concerts, like just from showing up at the opera house, and that he was always there, like always a staple of the community. As far as I know, what I preach, and I know Amanda preaches, is to support your local bands. And that's what he fucking did, man. There wasn't a show he wasn't at that I was ever at in Toronto, man.
So, yeah,
I hear ya. I didn't know him very well either. I didn't know him on a personal level like Amanda either. I just knew him from going to shows all the time. He was always there, and he was always a decent guy. You know, he was like he hardly ever talked, and he was really sweet to everybody. He was always bugging people, nudging them for pictures, and it's a really great guy.
Yeah, thousands and thousands of pictures.
Oh, yeah, we called him Bigfoot for years because we didn't know his real name or nothing until we finally were out smoking weed and shit, shooting the shit with the band. And Walter walks up, the whole band like stops talking to us. Oh, Walter, yeah, man, you know. It's like, oh, and that's the first time I met him, you know. And then we smoked weed, and then every show after that, it was like I knew his actual name now. You know, it was pretty fucking solid, right?
Yeah, I know. He so I high-fived Walter probably 100 times, and one day I went to high-five him, and he went to shake my hand, and he went, "My name's Walter," and I went, "That's not how we do things," and I walked away from him. And I ended up coming back and hey, my name's Amanda, whatever, and like we became really good friends really quick. I can't tell you how many nacho plates that guy and I have shared at Sneaky D's. How many times I've driven him home, how many cabs that I've put him in, and you know, like he was always genuine. It didn't matter if he was drinking or if he was smoking or if he was sober. I did get to spend some time, some shows sober with Walter, and I know it wasn't the same for him. But I think it would have been different for him if he wasn't out and about.
Yeah.
Versus not, you know, versus being out and about and not having a couple drinks and whatever. Because that was always part of the scene, and then it was different for him. But he wasn't different, which I think was wonderful to see. He wasn't a different person.
Yeah, he was what you would consider a happy, friendly drunk.
Yeah. Always the same, no matter what he drank or smoked. He was always on the same level, regardless, right? He was.
Yeah. That's what I mean. You know, like it didn't matter if it was, you know, it was just a regular conversation, or if you were in the middle of a mosh pit, or outside smoking a joint, or being around the bar, or whatever. He was just the same straight, genuine Walter all the way through.
That's right.
You know? He was a really good dude, and like we definitely need to talk about what's happening for him in the next while, because of what did happen to him.
Yeah.
And everybody needs to know what happened, and you know, like there needs to be justice for him, and we're gonna, you know, we're working on that. John Hart has put together. I believe it was him that put a rally. If not, he had a huge hand in it. And there's a lot of other names that have been doing a lot of stuff. Some of them are on my Facebook, some of them aren't on my Facebook. So unfortunately, John's the only one that I can name, even though there are more people out there doing stuff. So please don't think I don't notice that, or know that. I should say don't know that. I do know that there's a lot of people doing a lot of stuff. But according to what I've been seeing on Facebook, Walter was in and out of the hospital 3 times throughout the course of the week before he passed away due to pain, and they gave him antibiotics. Now, from what I read, he had a ruptured abdomen, and they knew. So he should have been admitted every time he had gone in pain. And the last time he was sent home, his blood pressure was at 190. So they should not have sent him home. That hospital neglected him. And if they'd just taken care of him, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. I'd be sleeping on Walter's couch like I told him, you know, on his wall, the same day that they sent him home the last time. So, you know, it's not fair. It's not fair what happened to him, and there's hundreds, if not thousands, of other people that this is happening to, because our hospital system has crumbled and is still continuing to crumble, and something needs to be done about it.
Yeah.
You know, there is a rally outside St. Joe's Hospital on Saturday, December. This is the 3rd on Saturday, correct?
3rd, yeah.
3rd, yeah, and it's from 1 to 3 o'clock. So yeah. So if you can make it out there, make it out there. Do it. I know that I'm leaving Niagara Falls at 10:30 in the morning, and I do have a friend to drop off in Hamilton, but I'm driving straight to Toronto. I'm finding somewhere to park, and I'm going to make as much noise as I can. And we all know how loud I can be.
Oh yeah, no, all too well, right? Probably why I got hearing damage on this side.
That's so funny. That's so funny, because Walter used to get in my car and I go, Walter! And he'd be like, what? I go, how's it going? Really quietly. And he'd be like, I'm ready to go. And then we go on to whatever we were doing. The last thing I ever said to him face to face, because we did have a couple of conversations on the phone afterwards. The last thing I got to say to him face to face was, you know, Walter, you're one of my favorite people, but get the fuck out of my car. I live in the Falls, and he lives in Etobicoke, and like it's a long drive after I drop your ass off at home, right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
We used to spend time talking, you know, in the car all the way home, and we'd finish our conversation before I would kick him out of my car.
Yeah. Of course, right.
Gary and I gave him a ride home one time. And he was really drunk. He could hardly even spit out his apartment number.
Oh yeah.
We felt like we were pouring him into the building.
Yeah. Throw him inside. Here you go, bud. At least you're safe.
It was funny. Gary's all like, we're driving all the way back to Kitchener. Can't you find a Toronto friend to give you a ride? You know, it was funny.
There was
Yeah, last
there was
time I actually seen him.
what?
Oh, last time I seen him was at Tool in Toronto, and I was getting a fucking hot dog because I lost everybody. They said the show was over, and then everyone left the seats. So I was kind of sitting there, so I got up and left. And then I don't know, I was a little slow and high that night, I guess, right? And fucking, I looked around, and I guess there was an encore, so everyone went back, but me, I went right outside, fucking having a smoke, run into Walter. We got hot dogs. And then I hopped into a cab and fucking, I don't even know where I ended up. But yeah, last time I seen him, man, we had a hot dog together outside fucking Tool.
Last time I saw him was at the Mirage 13 show at the Rock Pile.
Oh, they're a great band, man.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
And, Raven Black was when I seen them together last. That was a wicked show, man.
I saw Mirage 13. Where did I see them? I feel like I saw them in the Falls at Willie's at a bar that I used to work at in 2019. I feel like that's the last time I saw them. They were really good, though. They were really good live. I really like them.
Yeah. I can't even remember who headlined. All I can remember is Raven Black and fucking Wednesday 13, man.
Wednesday 13.
Yeah, 13 was headlining when I saw them, so.
Yeah, no, they were good. They were really good.
Yeah, they were.
Now I feel like I'm confusing bands. It's been a long day. Leave me alone. Maybe not. I don't know. I've been to so many bands. Like, I've been to so many shows. Like, 2019, I did 144 shows. Now,
that's crazy.
I don't know how many bands there were per show. Okay, so let's just average it out and say there was 3 per show. We're looking at somewhere around 400 or 500 bands, and I'm sure there was repeats. So let's call it 350. Right. So I've seen a lot. And a lot of those shows. A lot of those shows I did with Walter. One night we did the. What are they called? Is it Light the Torch or Pass the Torch? I think they're called Light the Torch. It's Killswitch Engage's old lead singer. It's his band. They were all right. They were my cup of tea. I went out because Walter had tickets and we wanted to go and hang out, so we did. So we ended up at this show at the Hard Luck. And I was staying at Walter's for the weekend, and we were supposed to take a cab, go home, go to bed, get up, do it all over again, and then I was going to go back to the Falls. Well, I had to pay for the cab because I said I would. He paid for the way there, so I had to pay for the cab. Well, Walter didn't realize that I was coming in the door behind him, and he didn't leave the front door open. So at this point, I didn't drive, so I have no car. It's 2:30 in the morning. Okay, Walter's in the door. I'm not. I'm in between the front doors. I have no buzz code. Doesn't matter. Walter's not going to hear it anyway.
Yeah, I know, right?
So this random family, whole family, there was like 6 of them, little kids and everything. This random family comes walking out. It's 2:30 in the morning. And they let me in. Thank God Walter left the door unlocked, or I would have been sleeping in front of the front door.
Right, just leaning on the door, sleeping.
Oh my God. He would have tripped over me going to get coffee the next morning. Seriously. By the time I got in the house, he was passed out on the couch, face down with his boots still on, and I think one of them was like half untied. So I didn't take them off, but I untied his boots and I went to bed in the spare bedroom. Oh man, we used to have so much fun. We used to have so much shit when we were out and about. He was such a good dude. And it's so fucking unfortunate, man. It's so like I really hope that they hear all the noise. You know, I do. I really hope they hear all the noise on Saturday because something's got to be done. Something's got to give. There's too many people that are going through what we're all going through. And I have to say this too, you know, Walter had said to me a few times, and I'm sure he'd said it to other people that he knew, that he didn't have any family, right? He does have a cousin, and I sure maybe there's one or two other family members out there, but as long as I've ever known Walter, his family hasn't been around. Now, I did know him before his parents passed away, but not personally, not like I do now. And you know, he always said he had no family, and then all of a sudden, thousands of us came together, and so many of us have like so many pictures, and there's so many close friends that he has that don't know each other, you know,
Yeah.
don't know that, you know, like I know a lot of people that Walter knows, and I'm friends with a lot of people he knows, but like you don't know how close he is with these people until now. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of people that didn't know that he and I were that close. And I mean, I'm only out as much as I can be because I live in the Falls. But there's a lot of people that I didn't know he was close with either. And I'm like, holy shit. And now friends, you know, we're making friends. A lot of us are coming together. I have to say that there's been a few people in my inbox that I don't know personally. I think that goes for both of us. You know, there's been a few people that have been in my inbox personally, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for these people, whether I know you guys or not. I like, if there's anything I can do in the way I've been feeling and everything I'm going through, and if there's one more thing that I could ever say to him again, I would thank him for all the amazing people that are in my life right now because of him. You know, like life is so much different because he's not here, but there's so many amazing people I've met in the last week that are because of him, you know.
Yeah, well, music and apparently Walter bring people together.
Right?
Yeah.
Remember I said I couldn't tell you how I was going to be emotionally. So, but
no matter where you go in the world, man, that music brings everyone together. We preach that so much on our side.
Yeah. And TJ literally has been across the world promoting how much he loves music. Where's the last place that you just came back from?
The last place I was able to fly out to was South Africa, right? We went to Death Fest while I was there. Got to see like Human Nebula and shit. I can't remember anybody else's names because the writing for death metal, you can never read what the fuck it says anyways. But so, and then while I was also there, I got to see Killjoy Cassidy, I believe it is.
Yeah.
They did an unplugged Green Day cover in this bar, so we stopped in, had some drinks, watched them, man. Fuck. We've had them on the show a couple times now, actually, but fantastic band, right? But it was awesome to go and meet them and stuff in person, right? So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Unplugged Green Day, eh?
Yeah.
It sounded weird saying that out loud.
Yeah. Great punk from South Africa, right? You gotta check them out. Even Human Nebula, where their two can work now.
I feel like you and I have interviewed them together.
Yeah, that would have been with Stone Daisies and Ilsa right after Roxy, when Roxy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Holy. There's so much that happened in the last 3 years.
It's been crazy, man. Been crazy.
Seriously. There's been a lot that's happened in the last 3 years. I got a few books on the go. Unfortunately, I can only talk about 10% of it right now.
I know, right?
I like Sofa City 3 is it's still on schedule. Even with the circumstances over the last week, we're still on schedule. The dynamics of the book are going to change, though. Walter was one of the entries into the book.
Yeah. I remember you telling me.
Yeah, so like I'm not really sure how we're going to approach putting him in. It's certainly going to be a memorial, but I don't know if it's going to be a memorial that a few people contribute to. If it's just going to be a picture and we use whatever we raise to go towards something. Or I'm not sure how we're gonna do it. Maybe we'll just give Walter a book because there's so much going on with there's so much that's on with him. Yeah. I know a couple of people
about him, no problem.
and I know a couple of people have mentioned it, and I'm in the works of putting something together. I have to wait until I know what I'm capable of size-wise, how long it's going to take and all that stuff, and when we're going to be able to do it before I can put the information completely out there. But something is definitely in the works for him regarding putting together some kind of book. Derek Nelson, I can't even give you the list of bands that he's in because there's too many, but he's in Temple of Night and he's also in Green Jelly. So Derek Nelson,
I come across that band all the time.
Derek's the one who came up with this. What'd you say?
So awesome. I love that, man.
Yeah, me too.
What, Temple of Night?
Oh no, Green Jello or Green Jelly. Yeah, Temple of Night's amazing. They're great.
Yeah, Temple of Night's amazing. I saw them recently. I've seen Green Jelly, I've heard Green Jelly as well.
Yeah, I've seen you at a lot of shows. And you and I feel like we spent 5 minutes together dancing at the Ripper Corrosive CRYOPHILIC Mutank show. Because we were right next to each other, and every time you turned, I'd smile, and every time I turned, you'd smile, and we just danced and had a good time together. And then you guys went and did your thing, and I went and did my thing, and yeah, it was great. So even though I haven't said to you my name is Amanda and given you a big hug because I'm a hugger, that's what I do. We have certainly met, so definitely, and I was with Walter that night. So
I know that after COVID at the Rock Pile, there was like a lot of tension in the air. Like everyone was anticipating or just like they were on the edge or just waiting for mosh pit to start, and it didn't start. And then finally one show I was like, fuck it, I'm starting it. And I did.
Leave it to the women, eh?
Yeah.
What's that?
I said, leave it to the women to start the pit.
Well, one guy went up and he was all headbanging and stuff in front of the band and like totally giving her, and I was like, fucking yeah. And I was videoing at the time, so I couldn't join him. And then he went and he sat down, and it's actually someone I know too. And so then nothing happened for a while, and I was like sitting with like these two ladies, and I'm like, come on, let's go, and they're like procrastinating. Oh, I gotta go do this and do that. And I'm like, okay, I'll come with you to the bathroom. We came back. I'm like, okay, let's go. They're like, oh, and I sat for another 3 minutes, and I'm like, okay, you ready? And then I just fucking got up and left, and they finally came with me. So we started it.
Yeah, we were to the women. No, I think
Walter was there for that.
Yeah, I bet he was. What were you saying, TJ?
Oh, I don't even know now. Something about having a smoke, and then like I'm gonna have the smoke, and I'm going up front. So you've got until I'm done the smoke to decide if you're coming with me or not. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, see, I smoke doobies, not cigarettes. So if I'm doing that, they're usually with me smoking it. So it doesn't quite work.
Yeah, I used to smoke cigarettes, and now it's only doobies for me. And just for the record, because I haven't smoked in a long time, and congratulations on not smoking.
Okay, you too. Hey, how many years?
Thank you. I smoked for 23 years, and it's been 4.5 years since I've had a cigarette.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You just quit smoking when we met or whatever, give or take.
Yeah, well, it was less than a year. It was less than a year that I got out of the hospital that I had met you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I was just about a year cigarette free when I met you. Chris, how long have you not been smoking?
I smoked for about 13 years, and I've stopped smoking now for 22.
Good for you. Oh, I can't wait to have a number like that. That's my clean of chemicals number is 22 years. So, yeah, I still smoke lots of pot.
I can't believe it actually coincides with the year 2000.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
How weird is that?
The year 2000 by fucking whatever band that does.
Yeah, for the record, I'm not actually drinking alcohol. You wouldn't believe. Still, I post it all the time. I've not had a drink in 14 and a half years. Okay?
Congrats.
That's amazing,
Thank
right?
you.
No,
I'm not
group
about
on
to start
Facebook
now.
called Risk Takers.
Pardon?
Sorry. There's a group on Facebook called Risk Takers.
Yeah.
And they're all about people that quit alcohol and stuff.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm going to check it out. I totally advocate for people who don't want to drink and stuff. Now, if you do want to drink, I don't give a shit. I don't care about people who drink, who don't drink, whatever. I just can't drink. And there's other people who can't drink, but they can't figure out how not to. I try to be there as much as possible because I understand how hard it is, but you can't push somebody. You can't force somebody. You have to just, you have to want it, right? I can't make you want it. I can't make you put down the drink. I can't make you pick up the drink. So
that's right. I just recently stopped drinking. You know what I mean? Well, as you know, fuck, I was a Frank the Tank, fucking just drink for days and days, you know. But yeah, I haven't like had more than 6 beers in over a month now, like at one time. You know, pretty
cheers
fucking.
I just cheers to you. So
cheers
yeah,
in metaphorical sense with water.
Yeah.
Well, I was so drunk during Silver October, I missed it. So I started in November, right? I was so drunk for Silver October, I missed it, right? So I started in November.
Don't worry, I was sober in October for you.
Right.
I mean, it's like, I don't know. For me, I can't drink. I'm good at it. I'm really good at it. I can drink a lot. Like, I make it look easy. It's not easy. Or I did anyway. I was good at it. My ex-husband and I used to sit on the floor and play this game called Battle Caps, where we'd play Battleship and Caps with beer bottles at the same time. And every time you sunk a battleship, you had to do a shot. And I'll tell you, man, you could drink a case of beer and a bottle of Jägermeister in a night and not even know it playing that fucking game. Holy shit.
Especially if you're good at flicking them, right?
So, man, I grew up with my older brother and his friends. Right? If I wanted to drink with them and party with them, I had to learn how to do it like them, or I wasn't allowed to hang out with them. And I'm 6 years younger than them. So I learned how to play caps real quick. I learned how to do a shot and walk straight real quick. I learned how to clear a pool table real quick.
Yeah.
I had
to. Snobby Dobby saying that to you. You can't join us unless you learn.
Well, I was the little sister, right? Like, I'm hanging out with my brother and all his friends, and they don't want the annoying little sister around. Yeah. So you hold your own, or you don't get to hang out with us.
Yeah.
So
okay, well,
I fucking held my own.
I don't know about you guys, but this one's for Walter. Cheers. I'm going to spark it now.
Yes, please do. I went to the balcony and I smoked one before. And if my kids weren't home, I certainly would be having one right now. And I will be heading out to the balcony again when I'm done. So I'm really glad that you get to have that. And all cheers to that.
You're with me.
Hey, you know what? I'm really grateful. Like I said, Walter's brought me a lot of good people in my life. You know, my friend Sharon, she's a very, very close friend of mine now. I met her through Walter. Derek Davis through Walter. You know, there's so many people I met through Walter.
I've met a lot of people through my boyfriend Gary.
Yeah. I don't know if I know your boyfriend or not. Like I like to
probably.
see him. Who is he on Facebook?
Gary the Zoo.
We're Facebook friends.
Yeah, I know you are.
Yeah, we're Facebook friends.
I know you are.
Oh no, because when I friended Amanda, I saw he was on the list. That's all.
Yeah, it goes mutual friends or whatever, right?
Well,
Yeah.
So the way I add people on my Facebook is if we have musicians in common, or you have one of my family members in common. If I don't know you and those are the things in common, then I will add you. Otherwise,
well, see, I'm a lot fussier than you then.
Pardon?
I'm a lot fussier than you then. I'm a lot fussier than you then. I look at people's profile and I look at their information, see how much they're actually showing me and what kind of information it is.
Yeah.
Look at their pictures and what they are actually sharing, or if it's just other people always share into their profile.
Yeah.
You know, I look at their pictures, see what kind of people they are, you know, what kind of mutual friends, if I actually know the mutual friends or not.
Yeah,
then
I think that
I decide.
Most of the time, it's like if there's musicians that are in common, then I'll add you.
Yeah.
Like if you do dumb shit on my wall, then I'll take you off. Most of the time, I don't care.
Yeah.
Who you are, what you're about, or whatever. I mean, I'm sure you've been over my wall now and you've seen a giant shit show. So welcome to the party.
The dumpster fire.
Okay, if you go to my wall, there's a lot of fashion and band stuff.
Pardon?
I said if you're on my wall, you see a lot of fashion and band stuff.
And I do, and I love it. I do, and I went over to your wall so that the algorithm would put your stuff through my news feed, so that I would interact with you. Because okay, here's a sad truth: I have severe ADHD, and if you don't show up on my wall or in my inbox for at least 2 weeks, I may or may not forget that we're friends on Facebook.
I'm a goldfish man, so you better text me every day.
What's that about the goldfish there, TJ?
Oh, yeah, if you don't text me, I'll forget 5 minutes later, man. Who did I just talk to? What's going on? Talk to like so many emails and shit. So many people trying to message you. Where's the next show? What are you doing next? Where can we play next? Like, oh my God.
I get that, and then on Instagram, I get a lot of people trying to get me to be their ambassador.
Even cat places. Photos or messages anymore.
No, seriously, like even pet places. Oh, we want to offer you your cat, da da da, and I'm like, do you realize I'm the cat I am promoting? Yes.
Yeah, right. I read
Okay, you want to give me cat litter and cat food? Okay, sure, I'll give it to my friend who owns a cat. You know,
that's amazing.
It's funny.
That's awesome. Oh, that's fantastic. No, the show that I did see you at, I think I did comment to you that I loved the outfit that you had on.
Oh, yeah.
And I do have, you guys were standing in front of me for a good portion of the show. So I do have pictures and video of you and your boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
So, because I do see that you had posted. What'd you say?
Nothing. I made a terrible joke. Don't worry.
Oh, well, then tell us. If you're telling terrible jokes, why am I?
We want to hear it now.
Yeah. If you can find it online, the fans only, baby.
Don't worry, I'll give you a cut.
Well, apparently I have nice feet. If anyone's into foot fetishes, I can film my feet for them.
Gotta give a shout out to the woman that runs behind the scenes for me over on my channel.
Yeah.
She makes some money selling foot fucking photos and shit.
I've heard people do.
Good for her.
Sure she better if she doesn't. I know people have been buying
I want to
her.
know where they're selling these photos, man. I want in.
Yeah, right?
Get a whole calendar going and stuff, man. Get t-shirts.
Seriously. Well, there's always that. What is it? FetLife.
Yeah.
What is it?
Fet Life, like fetish life, but short form.
Oh.
Yeah. Come on now,
Yeah.
keep
I
up
think
with the
Amanda
time,
just
Amanda.
learned
Come on,
something.
don't you have a profile over there?
Amanda just learned something. Go on, you
I'll
tell.
take that as a no.
Maybe we should wait till we're off air for this conversation.
Come on, Walter would love this conversation.
He would have started it. Oh man, that fucking guy. So him and Derek Davis went to Heavy Montreal together, and
Right
I was so mad I didn't get to go. But like, I mean, life circumstances pending. It is what it is. So whatever. So they get there. Walter messages me. I'm at Heavy Montreal. Haha. I don't hear from him for another like 12 hours, motherfucker. So then him and Derek. So I don't know how the joke started, and I'm sure I'm going to get made fun of for this in some way, shape, or form in the near future. But Walter used to make fun of me for my O face because he stepped on my foot one night, and I went.
You made a
And
big
that
face.
was it. The joke was born, okay? The joke was born. So him and Derek felt the need to send me their best O face from Heavy Montreal with a ha 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 ha. You're not here. Yeah.
That's funny.
So this past birthday on Walter's wall, I shared a picture of a giant dick that somebody had made in the snow at the foot of the falls. And the picture was taken from a hotel. Somebody actually did this, right? And then the picture was sent to me because I don't know what the fascination with tagging me in every dick photo there is on Facebook.
I'll have to find one now and tag you.
Yeah. Maybe that's why it's a thing, because I keep telling people it's a thing.
Yeah.
But so I sent him this dick photo that was actually sent to me on my birthday. I sent him this photo, and a picture of Walter making an O face from the morning after he had stepped on my foot. Yeah. So my profile picture. I don't know if my profile picture, if I'm smiling in that one, but there's one that's similar to that, and we're both making O faces. So that's
I put the two together in a collage.
Right. Well, yeah. So like, I think it's fitting that I find all the pictures of Walter making the O face and put it together.
No, I mean the dick picture and the O face.
Oh. I think I gotta be honest. I think this started. I was given a penis cookie cutter at the beginning of COVID, and I bake wheat cookies on a regular basis. So I decided it was a baking day, and I took a picture of this cookie cutter and I posted it on Facebook. And I feel like that was the downfall of Amanda and dick jokes. It's never ended since then.
That's probably what started it all, Amanda.
It could be. It could be. I mean, maybe I
cookies and milk.
What did you say,
Get some cookies and milk. Dip that shit in your milk.
I don't know, man. They say, that we teach others how to treat us.
Yeah.
So sharing that dick cutter, maybe that was the start.
Once again, you can find me over at Fans Only.
That's right. Just look for the cookie cutter.
Yeah, dealing with those.
I think I just found my new best friend.
Oh, if you want the foot fetish pictures, look for the big toe.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm dying. That was so good. That was so funny. I'm really glad that this show is turning out the way it is. Like I
nice not being the host. You know,
Pardon?
it's weird. It's weird not being on my like I'm on someone else's show. This is fucked up.
I got you now, bitch.
Right.
Just like old times.
Right.
No, I do have to say though, TJ, cheers to 3 years of us doing this and having our ups and downs. And like, I mean, I took a year off. I know you had some issues with being on and being off and kind of getting yourself in order and stuff. And fuck it, man, we've done a good job. So cheers to you. And Chris, thanks for being here with us. I'm really glad that we had somebody and somebody that neither of us really knew personally to come on the show and come and party with us. What better way to do this than how I'm pretty sure every single one of us that knew Walter did it with him, you know?
Well, honestly, the way I met Walter was, I'm not sure if Gary actually introduced us or if I just randomly ran into him and said hello, because I'm pretty friendly and I can talk to almost anybody, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly how I met Walter, but I know he always seemed to like me. Never really talked to me much, right? Because we just kind of were birds in passing, so to speak, right?
Yeah, no, Walter was words in passing with a lot of people, even a lot of people he was close with. He didn't say a lot.
Yeah,
you know?
like we did get to hang out here and there in the smoking pit and stuff, so that was cool. Yeah. Oh, I have a fucking funny memory of him one time in the smoking pit at the rock pile, okay? I was an observer, and I happened to see my friend Rob going over to where Walter was with this other guy, and the other guy was taller, so was my friend Rob. So my friend Rob was standing behind Walter, and you could see him there. And they were Walter and that guy were talking about something. And if I remember correctly, my friend Rob was doing some kind of actions or something and trying not to get caught behind them.
Yeah.
And I think he might have got caught or something. And then he got involved with the conversation and stuff. And it turned into be like a really funny conversation where like bellies were shown and everything. And it was hilarious. I can't even remember all of it, but I remember catching some pictures of it.
That's awesome.
He was a funny fucking dude, man. He used to say
he was.
He did. He used to say some of the funniest shit. The dad jokes, man. And they were like just so nonchalant. Like he'd be standing next to me at a show, and then like there would be like 3 seconds in between songs, and he'd be like, "Baker's make a lot of dough," and then he'd walk away, and I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like seriously. But like it just that was him. He didn't give a shit as long as he got a laugh, a smile, a hug, got to smoke a dude with you, a picture. As long as he got a picture. And Chris, I have to say this out loud. I saw this on your Facebook. You and I had this conversation. This is how I know we met before. You posted that you think that all of us should be trying to remember to take way more photos.
Yeah, that would be really great.
I absolutely agree with that, and I think it does. I don't like if you know me, if you don't know me. I feel like Chris feels the same way because she posted it on her Facebook. Take pictures. Take pictures of people you know. Take pictures of people you don't know. Try to get as many people into a photo as you can. Take personal photos, just one-on-one with people.
I've been starting to do it here and there when I remember to, when we're outside. I'll just randomly turn around, aiming my camera behind me and say, "Who's getting in the picture?"
Yeah. That's and
so you only see like my face, like or a corner of my face or something, but you'll see like a whole group of us behind me.
Yeah. So the last show I was at with Walter was there's a laundry list of bands that was a punk show in Parkdale.
Nice.
There was the Forgotten Rebels headline, Random Killing, I know because I got their drumstick. Excuse me, GFU, because it was Matt's birthday. Liquor Pigs, Keeley, Atomic 2, they were fucking bomb. They were amazing. And
they're coming up.
they were fantastic. And like my absolute favorite, because I even wore a shirt, Johnny No Cash. So Walter used to make fun of me all the time for that. He used to threaten me that he was going to tell him that he was my hall pass all the time. Oh, BG's backstage, and now he's on the show. No,
hey, someone else,
because I'm not good at this. Sorry, dude.
Hey,
I didn't know you were here.
Who's that? I can't even see. I gotta wear my glasses. Damn it.
This is BG. He owns Ass Pocket Records. He's one of my current partners and one of mine and TJ's past partners.
I'm gonna give you my nostrils and look at you. Come closer to the screen, man.
He's done podcasting, he's done producing, he's done recording. Usually we make everybody else introduce themselves. We don't normally introduce people, but there you go, BG. Now everybody knows you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Let me come on. I was backstage, just laughing. Couldn't hear me.
Sorry. Sorry. Your sound is a little bit quiet.
Yeah, I only have just my computer mic.
Oh, okay. Well, you're gonna have to shove it right up your nose so we can hear you.
I have to shout.
Either that or talk louder.
Just yell.
I know, I got that covered for everybody. So, hey, Josh Smith just asked me what's up. Is he backstage?
How's this? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Hey, yeah.
All right, that's better. Gotta get the cool
I
hat.
was gonna say, when we were doing fucking Savage Circle and everything, were you on our pod? That's when we first met, you and I.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I got hammered that night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot all about that. So,
yeah.
BG brought over this powder. This is Chris. Chris BG. BG Chris.
Hi there.
Sorry. I should have done that before. I'm fucking rude sometimes. I just assume everybody knows everybody. It's gone. Yeah. Sorry. It's gone.
No.
I was gonna
This is my friend Cal. This is my
pardon?
This is my roach clip I call Buddy.
Oh, he's fun.
So I passed the roach to you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I got a set of roach clips right here, girl. Right here. Always. They're always on me. I never lose them. I always have my roach clips. So, yeah, I don't know where that story was going, but it's gone. You can thank the Indians.
I'm just saying puff, puff, pass. Puff, puff,
yes. Puff, puff, pass.
Knows.
Okay, why did Josh message me if he's not there? I hate when people do that. They're like, hey, what's going on? And you're like, what's going on? And then they're gone.
Yeah, always.
Josh did that to me. So I'm hoping that Josh will jump in and tell us. Okay. So I have a good story about Josh. I was with Walter one night. Okay, Josh Smith is the guitar player from River Redemption. I actually just saw him. I was with him this past Friday, actually, which I suppose was a blessing. But anyway.
Again.
So okay, hang on. I'm gonna send Josh the link and see if he jumps in.
All right.
I'm not really sure what he's up to, but he sounds like he's having a decent night. So let's see what happens here. But anyway, so this was the last weekend of the coalition. And there was like, between both nights, there was like 10 or 12 bands. This might have even been the second last weekend, but I feel like it was the last weekend of the coalition. And Snake River Redemption had played earlier in the evening, so they had partied all night and hung out and whatever, and Josh ended up getting kicked out and not allowed back in to get his own gear from the show. He just played at the bar. He just got kicked out.
No way.
That's
Walter
hilarious.
And I was dying laughing. Okay, Josh is like 9 feet tall. Okay, Josh is super tall, and me and Walter are about the same height. He's about 5'6" or so. I'm about 5'5" or so. So you've got tiny little me on one side, you've got tiny little Walter on the other side, you've got Josh in between us doing this.
Ah!
Trying to make sure he doesn't fall forward. Oh my God. And Josh is the funniest fucking guy alive when he's sober, let alone when he's had a couple of drinks. And I don't know.
I need to break.
Pardon?
Nothing. Go ahead.
What did you say?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Oh no! Now I need to know now.
The whole swaying back and forth, and you're both short. Come on, it's a dick.
Oh. We really are best friends now.
Sorry, I have to point it out. Back to the bands only.
All right, $7.99 a month, baby.
Is that American or Canadian?
All right, please continue your story. I'm sorry.
American.
It's done.
Oh.
We should just stop talking now.
No.
Oh man, I've just gotten rid of the glass and moved on to the bottle last week.
I want to say, what's with the whole? I love how I always, subconsciously thought to myself and felt guilty about it, so never told anyone that, Walter kind of looked like a gnome. And then I went on his page and I saw he actually had a picture of himself in one of those cutout things that were gnomes.
No
I fucking laughed so hard. I was like, no way.
Some things you can never unsee, right?
Yeah.
So I have blue lipstick on for a reason tonight. Walter used to call me the Smurf blower because I used to wear blue lipstick.
He'd call you what?
He used to call me the Smurf blower because I used to wear blue lipstick all the time.
There's another dick reference. Come on.
That's why I have it on tonight, is because he used to call me that all the time. He used to call me a Smurf blower. Now I'm beginning to wonder if he is the stem of all these shitty dick jokes.
Could be.
Yeah, but thanks, Walter. Fucking guy. Now the story doesn't even matter. My mind is something else. No, but that's what he used to call me. It was the Smurf blower. So that's what I used to say to him: is you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about.
And he never, I don't know why he never picked up on it. And then one day we were sitting on the balcony. Seriously, we were sitting on the balcony, on his balcony. And he lived on the 17th floor. I'll tell you, man, I've never seen the most beautiful. Oh, wow, what a fucking view. There's a picture on my Facebook. It'll be coming up in the next couple of months. And it's my view from the office. And it's actually a picture of the sunrise from Walter's balcony.
Oh.
So we were sitting on his balcony one morning, and he called me a Smurf blower because my fucking blue lipstick was all over my face. Because I just went to bed in my makeup, and I said to him, I was like, you don't know what you're talking about. And I must have said that to him for a year before he finally went, you know what? Fuck you. It was sweet, sweet victory for me at that moment.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, so complete subject change because I'm good at that. Having ADHD, we could be talking about what we just were, and then all of a sudden we're going to go into, what are you up to?
Well, honestly, I think if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to go to the gardening section and get a gnome now and put Walter's name on the cap.
You know what? God do be hanging out of its mouth.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely.
I'll refresh the duty once in a while too.
Maybe put some behemoth makeup on it too.
I don't know about that, but I'll definitely make his cheeks all rosy.
Oh
if they're not already.
One of the last pictures I took of me and Walter, his cheeks weren't as rosy as they used to be. But mind you, he was off work a lot, so he wasn't in the sun all the time, right? Because Walter was like permanently red. He was. He was permanently red. And then all of a sudden
Oh,
one
I
day
get it.
he wasn't in the sun anymore. So, okay, Beach, I just asked you what you were up to. You got some magazines kicking around and you got some recording going on and you're sitting here doing a podcast with us. So what's happening?
Actually, we've been doing just online magazine right now. You can just go to our website or on our Facebook.
Yep.
The website would just be aprecords.ca. And then our Facebook, I guess, on that would be more as our actual full name was Ass Pocket Records.
Nice.
So we started off as a podcast. That's how I met everybody here. And, our goal was to go to bands and just shoot the shit with them. And I felt that wasn't enough for me. So I've gone farther, reached out, and now I'm signing bands. We're getting a bunch of CDs recorded right now. One of them is actually in studio right now, called Iron Moose. So, great thrash band. So I can't wait to have that exposed. We have a band from Guelph that we signed on. They're called The Dominion.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So great. They're like hardcore band.
Yeah, with Billy Old School.
Yeah, Billy, he's good shit. Glad that I got to have those guys come on and be a part. We're getting everybody some airplay with certain radio stations, and then we have Sofa City Sounds, Amanda here helping us out with some band bios and another. I don't want to say too much, but let's just say that our magazines will be on shelves. I have it guaranteed. I just don't want to speak too much right now about what we have going on. So
Yeah.
I feel like I have to do some driving before BG can say anything.
Yeah. Once we get going, come 2023, let's just say that our magazines are being printed and they will be on shelves, so everything will be announced.
Yep.
But and then after that we got a list of shows here. I kind of wanted to reach out about. Here I'm on my website right now, actually. So if you went to the website, we actually have Iron Moose is opening for Dayglow Abortions.
No way, man.
I got tickets to that show.
What?
Sorry.
Do not let me come in the door, man.
That's at the warehouse in St. Catharines. And then so another band that we have signed on, they are called Crooked Control. They are a great alternative rock band. They're from like Port Colborne area.
Wicked.
Yeah.
They're playing and opening with tribute to Led Zeppelin. So, and that's Goose and Goose and Thorold. We have them booked in there.
When's that?
Let's say for our last show here would actually be with Iron Moose and the Dominion. This one takes place at the Casbah in Hamilton. It's actually a 2 o'clock afternoon. So we have Iron Moose and Dominion both playing that show. So,
So when are the dates of these shows?
Any music coming out, well, then you can go see them.
Beach, what are the dates of these shows?
Oh, so yes, December 18th, we'll have at the Casbah.
Okay.
Rock afternoon. Then we have Friday, December 16th is the Crooked Control show opening for Led Zeppelin tribute band. And then we have Iron Moose opening for Dayglow Abortions on December 8th at the warehouse.
In Sudbury?
Cool stuff going on.
No, the Dayglow Abortions are playing here in St. Catharines.
Oh,
So,
I thought you said Sudbury.
Yeah, Chris, aren't they? They're playing in Kitchener too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm seeing
to,
some of these shows coming up too.
Yeah, I wanted to do the Dayglow abortions show. I can't talk today. And
last time.
Actually, but
go ahead.
I run a group. Sorry, who's talking?
Go ahead.
Chris, go ahead.
No.
I was gonna say I'll add you to my Facebook group called Rock and Roll Friends.
Yes.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
So I'll add you, Amanda, and then you can add the others.
I will,
Yeah.
definitely. BG and both these two, like I pretty much worked with both these two the entire time that I've been on the air, and I'm really grateful that I have partners like these two in the industry on this side of it, because I mean it's no secret that being a woman in this industry is not easy.
No kidding.
It's even harder when you're not a musician and you're trying to do things in the industry. And I have to say that musicians all across the board have been amazing, but these two have been some of the greatest support that I've had. I don't know how many of my ridiculous ideas I have on these two. I've literally gone barreling into BG's recording studio, dumped all my ideas all over his floor, and then ran out the door.
Gotta go.
Just kind of puked it out at you, eh?
Well, the first time we met, I already said like right away was let's work together. Why are we working together already, right? Like
our first show. So TJ came down here to interview me for his show. Yeah. And it turned into he and I putting together the Savage Circle that night. And we did 10 weeks of that show. And then we parted ways with the other members. They went and did what they wanted to do. TJ and I kept going with the Boneyard in Sofa City. And then about a year after that, I went on my own. TJ went on his own. And then I took a year off, and he's been nonstop. He has been non-fucking-stop in the scene. So,
insane, man. Well, John Asher told me the best when we had him on the show.
He's an amazing dude.
He was like, if you stop for a week, people forget about you, especially on our side of things. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like we're a band and we have a constant song out there. We got to constantly keep bringing that every week or every day, you know.
I know in October I challenged myself to a costume a day, and I really felt what you're saying right there.
That's hard to do, you know what I mean?
Because I was posting it on social media, and I was like fully overwhelmed with some of the replies of some things, and it was like so many things were like right away almost feeling, or in a day, or it was like just crazy. I'm not all about all that. I'd rather I like that people like it. That's great, you know. Move on. I got too many projects in my brain all the time to bother. I guess hanging on to if people like something or not. I guess
we did 86 interviews in 3 months or some shit.
That's a lot.
TJ and I at one point we were doing anywhere from 7 to 25 interviews in a week. Yeah. And if we could fit you in, we would. Some nights he would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to interview. Sometimes he'd have to go to work.
Yeah,
I'd do one at 9:30, then we do one at 4 in the afternoon, and then 2 in the morning. We were all hours of the night between the two of us.
That's crazy.
Peter's a fucking slave driver.
I am, though. I'm a terrible person to work for. So now we have insurance.
I don't know. I could say sometimes things like that about Gary, too, with dragging us to shows 3 days or 5 days in a row or whatever. But I love it. I'm not going to complain.
Me too. Me too. The one thing that I always said, now, when I was 35, I had some major heart attacks, stopped breathing for a little while. Long story short, I'm still here. And I'm doing all the things I love. Now, when I got out of the hospital, when I started breathing again, when I came back from that experience, it wasn't about all the things that I had done that were shitty that I regretted. It was about all the things I had done in my life. And
I haven't been brave enough to do, Yeah,
and you know what? It comes right down to the very last show I went to Walter with. I was standing next to him, like I walked up behind him and I put my arm around him and I took the picture, and he went, "It's awkward when somebody else does it." And I said, "Good, I like to make you uncomfortable."
Out of his comfort zone,
you know, and that's the type of friends we were. I like to make you uncomfortable, right? Like we were always like that. And you know, Derek said to me, there was tons and tons of people that Walter would meet up for, dinner or whatever before the show and whatnot. But Derek messaged me and he said, you know, anytime you were coming into town, he made it a point to make sure that you two or whoever you were with, whether it was you two or 5 of you or whatever, he made it a point to make sure that Sneaky D's was for dinner.
Oh yeah.
And you know, and Derek sent me that photo of the two of them making their best O face. And the caption that he put underneath it was, you know, Walter adored you. And that just, it melted my heart, man. It made me feel fucking amazing. That was one of those moments where I feel like I probably should have cried. You know,
I hear you.
And I didn't, you know, he said to me, he said, Walter adored you. He said, that O-Face picture, that was fucking mandatory. He did not forget about that, but it had to be at the perfect time. And he waited till the next day to send it to me to make sure it was, and it was like, he was like that with so many of us.
Yeah.
You know,
like honestly, I didn't know how Walter felt about me either, because I didn't know Walter very well. But apparently, as soon as he met me, he loved me. And Gary was like, yeah, he thought you were amazing. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And like, I was like, holy crap, you know, like.
Well, because like we have a certain, I guess, uniform in the metal community. But there's a few of us that we take that uniform and we make it our own. And you're one of those women that does that. You're one of those women that, and I knew exactly who you were when I saw your picture.
On the patches. I make
you are one of those women that stands out, and good for you, man, because women like you and women like me make it easier for other women to do what we do.
That's what I'm always saying. I'm advocating for others that are not brave enough to modeling and stuff. I'm fucking 50 and I'm still modeling.
Well, you're a fucking smoke show. Like, seriously, you didn't have a man, let me just say.
I love my man, I do.
And I drink, so.
Once again, fans only, baby. This one's $29.99, baby.
We got a price now, Amanda.
Right,
BJ, where's your fucking feather pin hat?
Oh, you missed out, BJ.
I heard. I was here. I was strong. I was typing notes.
Oh, you heard it then?
I was backstage.
Yeah.
I don't want to be rude on
I don't know. There's some dirty minds in this room.
I was so worried I wasn't going to be able to handle myself tonight. And I really was, because I've been here in the falls. Like, it's just been me and my kids in the house over the last week, and I've been a fucking disaster. I've been a total mess. And I tell you, you four have just totally made the last week of everything I've been through worth it. You know, like I went through some other personal things too, on top of losing Walter, all of us losing Walter. I can't say that enough, man. Like the fucking world just lost a legend. And it's
really
just
hard.
Definitely an icon amongst the metal community, especially in Toronto and the greater GTA, man. He was at every fucking show, man. Like every show
earlier
in that area, he was there. Crazy.
Yeah, man. I was gonna say that earlier. There could be like 15 metal shows in a night.
Yeah,
and I promise you, the next morning,
15?
somebody from every one of those shows saw Walter, and we can't figure out how we made all those shows because he was standing next to me the whole fucking time.
You know how it is. You know how it is. He's got one of those time spin tunnel things like Hermione of Harry Potter. He's everywhere at the same time.
I would do a show with
He's
him.
cosmically traveling.
I would do a show with him, and I wouldn't be the one to drive him home. And the next morning,
or maybe it's a doorway.
Talking to him, photos from all these shows he was not at because he was with me. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
everybody tags him.
Exactly. As you know, there was 2 songs that came to mind when Walter passed away, and the first song that I had posted for him was "Midnight Rider." That was the first song that came to my mind when I got the news. The second song I had posted was "Three Angels" by the Headstones, and I can't think of a more fitting song for him.
The Headstones are great.
Oh, I love the headstones. I turned 10 years sober, with the headstones. So, because Canal Days is my sober anniversary. So I turned
Back in their
10 years
day, I saw
sober
them
with,
7 times.
oh, amazing, man, amazing. I love the headstones. And
Even
I
out in Halifax.
pardon?
I said even out in Halifax. I saw them 7 times back in their day.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I turned 10 years sober with them. They were amazing.
That is amazing.
I get my sober anniversary because Canal Days is the same weekend as the weekend I turned sober. My yearly anniversaries. So I get the opportunity to turn sober with some amazing bands. I Mother Earth, David Wilcox, Junk House, all kinds of bands. Blue Rodeo. I've had my sober anniversaries with so many amazing bands, and I'm really grateful for that. I am. It's nice because, like, even though, when I met Walter, he was a drinker, it still was so comfortable to go out with him and party, even though I was sober.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
because he was an inclusionist. That's why.
Yeah. Oh, what a great word.
And he was an inclusionist, and he loved people. He was a diversity lover as well, obviously.
Yeah, every time he would walk up to me, like if he was coming from the bar to come stand next to me, it didn't matter where we were. It didn't matter if he showed up to the show with me or not. Didn't matter. He would always hand me a pop. Always. If he left the bar,
had a hug or a friendly smile for everybody.
He always handed me a drink. He always handed me a pop. He always bought me a pop. Always, even if he wasn't with me. Even if it was just a quick take picture and walk away, he always had a pop for me. Always.
Yeah.
I can't say it enough, man. I fucking love that guy. And I hate our hospital system a lot. And I feel like I should probably mention this one more time because we're going on an hour and a half. Well, hour and 15 minutes.
I was just saying, I got to work in the morning.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then BG's got his little one, and my two they're my two. I tell you, both my girls met Walter. She's 9 now, but at the time she was 6-year-old. She got to see Slipknot, and Walter was there with us for a good portion of the show. And then then 9-year-old, now 12-year-old, I took her to see Iron Maiden. And that's how my two kids were introduced to Walter. Slipknot and Iron Maiden. And my cover photo actually is Jillian Underhill, who is a fucking staple in our metal community. What a fucking woman she is. Powerhouse that woman is. That's cool. I can't say enough amazing things about her.
I've yet to meet this mysterious woman you've talked about.
Oh my God, she's fucking amazing, dude. Jillian Underhill is amazing. She's absolutely amazing.
Oh, sure.
So it was her son, myself, my youngest daughter, and Walter in this picture. And I met so many other amazing people that day too. But like all my good stories at shows stem back to fucking Walter, man. All of them.
Yeah.
All of them. Awesome. I wouldn't know half the bands I do if I didn't know him. He introduced him and Jill. Between him and Jill, the list of bands that I have worked with, I get to work with, or want to work with, and it's probably going to be plausible. It's just fucking crazy because of these, And I can't say enough about him. I can't.
Walter was wonderful. That's what the W stands for, right?
Right. So on that note, we should probably mention again that there is a rally outside St. Joe's Hospital in Toronto. Oh my God, I just said that like a tourist, and I fucking lived there half my life.
Toronto. A man from Toronto.
So December 3rd,
everybody's gonna make fun of me for that now. From 1 to 3, yes, Chris. Thank you for finishing that off for me. 1 to 3, Saturday, St. Joe's Hospital in Toronto.
December 3rd.
December 3rd. Bring your loudest fucking voices, megaphones, signs. Wear the craziest color clothing you have. We need to be fucking seen and heard because unfortunately that poor man wasn't.
Now, we're still waiting for the bands and where it's going to be played.
Yeah.
But, all right.
There's some talking about what's happening as far as the memorial benefit show for Walter Goes, it is happening. They're just ironing out the details, and the second they iron out the details, everybody will know.
Oh
I know.
Yeah, I'll be sharing it for sure.
So so we'll mention that definitely. Oh, also one thing we haven't said anything about this entire show: Walter's GoFundMe.
Yes.
Donate to it. I don't care.
Talk about the other one also. There's two of them.
Yes.
There's
Okay. So there's one
GoFundMe
out of the
and
UK that's fake.
which one? Tell us.
There's one out of the UK that I heard was out of the UK that's not a real fundraiser.
Do you remember what it's called?
I don't. But I know that the fundraiser that is here was put together by Courtney Evers.
That's right.
Courtney Whatevers on Facebook. I don't know
That's
her
right.
personally, but I'll tell you, man, I thank her and love her very much for putting that together.
Yeah.
Because we're close to the goal so that we can give that in a proper send-off.
Yeah. The more people that donate to the GoFundMe, the more we're likely to be able to have a funeral service for them.
Yeah. So we
Or
will
at least have them buried.
Yeah. Well, we will absolutely. Everybody's been coming together, and I know that as time goes on, people are, our paychecks are coming in and stuff like that. And
which is excellent.
Walter always said he never had family, and
he's got the biggest one in Toronto ever.
I never met a man.
Well, even bigger than Toronto, probably all of Ontario.
Somebody said that the ACC was probably the only space that would be big enough to fit us for all of us to properly say goodbye, and I don't feel like that space is big enough.
I can't preach it enough.
It would have to be like an outside thing.
Yeah. 100%.
Like the metal community, your family, no matter where you go in the world. You wear a Slayer shirt over in fucking Israel, people will point you out, buy you a beer.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, you made friends for life.
We're back to it, TJ. It's like we never stopped working together.
Right?
Oh my God. Yeah, no, I'm super grateful that we have the community that we do. I'm super grateful that every one of us that has fallen in the mosh pit, whether it be the metaphorical pit. I can't talk today. It's like I'm drinking not alcoholic. I swear.
I know you.
Because you have an edible.
Oh my God! I swear I get contact drunk sometimes.
Here I am, all sober. You're all wasted.
I know. I haven't burned at all this entire show. I burned one before I sat down. And the kids are home, right? I can't smoke in the house. Kids are home, so I have to wait.
Okay, so I want to ask, where are all of us right now?
I'm in Niagara Falls.
Okay.
TJ, where are you?
Sudbury.
BJ, where are you?
I'm Port Robinson.
Okay, and Chris, where are you?
Where's Port Robinson?
It's like 15 minutes away from me.
Sorry, what?
It's about 20 minutes away from Amanda.
Yeah, I'd say about 15, 20 minutes away from me. 15 minutes if you drive like me. 20 minutes if you drive like me.
I'm in Kitchener-Waterloo. I'm about an hour and a half from Toronto.
Yeah, you're in one of my favorite places. You guys have a great music scene too.
Man.
You spend a lot of time out in Kitchener. TJ knows he used to drop my ass off there every weekend.
Yeah, I remember. Now you got a car, you can come pick me up.
I told you, the second you're ready, I'll get in the car. I don't care where we are, I'll come get you. TJ used to drive from Barrie to drive me to Kitchener from Niagara Falls, and then he would pick me up from Kitchener and then drive me back home, and then go home.
That's crazy. That's a lot of driving.
Yeah, that's what your best friends do. He would at least get a show out of it. Right? Like, we do a show together. And I think
fans only, baby.
I hear you, though. Gary comes from St. Thomas, which is about 20 minutes outside of London.
Oh, wow.
And he comes to Kitchener, to my place, sometimes right after work, an 8-hour shift, and then we'll go to a show.
Yeah.
Not always. But yeah, he always comes here, and then we go to shows that are in Toronto or Hamilton or Cambridge or Guelph. Like we do the whole circuit, right, around here. And we do London too, of course, sometimes in St. Thomas, but that one's not very often.
Yeah.
And those shows usually I'll stay at his place because he's there.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing. Like now,
shows are at Toronto, Hamilton, so we're here.
Yeah. No, it's definitely going to be weird because now I don't have a choice but to drive home. I used to sleep on Walter's couch.
Now you gotta go home.
Now, yeah, exactly. Now I gotta go home, and that's not fun.
No,
like I said earlier, like trying to drive into the city is gonna be something else, man.
Find a new friend like Walter.
Well, yeah, like the thing is, it's like I used to drive into the city and I'd call him and he'd be like, "What are you doing?" I'd be like, "Driving past your house. Are you ready?" He'd be like, "Nope." I'd be like, "See you at the show."
Yeah.
Yeah, for the punk show. I did it to him for the pride. I don't even feel bad. I still don't feel bad. He would have done it to me.
We drive by my friend Rob's place when we go to Hamilton, so I'll text him, "Hi Rob, bye Rob."
Yeah. See you later, Rob. Just drove by.
Yeah.
I could sit and talk to you guys all night, but I just drank a whole bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Online. Yeah. See, look, whole thing.
Yeah.
Well,
wanted it that way.
I better chug my water.
I know I've been
hydration is important.
So I'm actually 2 days past my drinking limit, so like I could be drinking now, but I was like, yeah, really, I gotta wait. I got Christmas coming up, so I gotta save all. I gotta do this. Not remember nothing. Just be hammered the whole time.
Oh, nice. Yeah, see, that's usually me. I have this giant green container, and today I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Drank my water when I got up this morning. I've been on caffeine and wine and doobies all day long, and I'll tell you,
Amanda, you need to chug some water.
You're not joking. The thing is, like,
hydrating yourself all day.
Well, normally I do. Today was because I wanted to try and be as calm as possible, right? And I have unmedicated severe ADHD, and I can't take medication for it because of the blood disorder that I have. I'm terrified to put chemicals into my system. So I'm a fucking whack job with no meds. And I'm not even going to ask you what you said this time. But I drink coffee to calm down. Sometimes I drink Rockstar to calm down if it's really, really bad. And it didn't matter how much coffee or Rockstar I drink today. Inside, I'm bouncing off the fucking walls. I hold
like
myself very well together
movie.
right now. Like, what'd you say?
You're like that squirrel Hammy. On coffee. On caffeine.
Oh yeah. Like, oh look, a squirrel is a real thing for me. I did it the other day.
Sorry,
the person I was with was fucking mortified. That's a good movie. Yeah, it's a good movie. I am definitely. So
I gotta wander though, folks. Fuck it.
All right. Well,
nice
you know what? I'm so fucking grateful we got to do this tonight. I really am. I'm sorry I made you sit back in jail for so long. I didn't see you. I'm so grateful. We'll see the people that we can on Saturday at the rally for Walter.
I won't be able to make it, but I'm definitely planning to attend his memorial show.
Well, I will do my best to maybe give you a quick video chat so that you can be there for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think any of us that can be there, if that's the way that we have to bring you in to make some noise, then that's what we'll do. Okay. So I am so grateful that I got to spend tonight with you guys. TJ, happy anniversary, dude.
Man, 3 years, baby.
Doing it for 3 years. Chris, I'm so grateful that you've become one of my friends, like instantly. You're family to me. If you guys are ever in Niagara Falls, you need a place to crash, I've got more than enough space. You guys are welcome always.
Thanks.
Good food too.
I will see your ass most likely in the next couple of days.
They got a great breakfast at that Airbnb over there.
Yeah. But I'm so grateful for you guys. Next week, I don't have a fucking clue who's going to be on the show. Show's at 7. Jake will most likely be back. Him and his family are moving this week, so he's got the night off. Should have made him work, but I didn't. And it sucks he's not here, but he's the one that's in the corner, Dirty Zeus. That's his. We had that up tonight because he wasn't able to be here, and this is the first time I've mentioned it to him. Sorry.
Dirty Zeus.
Anyway, I love you guys a lot. I'm really grateful that you guys are in my life, and I'll see all of you guys next Thursday. See ya. Why isn't it ending? Oh my God.
Are we all supposed to leave first?
You guys can leave. I don't know why it's not. My phone is so hot that I can't. My phone is so hot that I can't end the screen.
So hot I can't.
Are you sure you want to end the screen?